Title: Diddy's new bail motion and sentencing drama. What's really going on? Hey everyone, welcome back to Stars and Settlements, where we explore the biggest legal headlines in celebrity culture. Today, we're diving into the unfolding courtroom drama surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. From a high-profile conviction to his latest attempt at bail, this is one story you'll want to follow closely. Let's break it all down. Opening overview. Sean Diddy Combs was recently convicted on 2 counts related to transporting individuals for illegal purposes under the Mann Act. He was cleared of more severe charges like racketeering and sex trafficking, but these convictions still carry serious consequences, up to 20 years in prison. However, legal analysts suggest that his sentence will likely be far less. Prosecutors are recommending 4 to 5 years, while the defense argues for less than 2, citing time he's already spent behind bars. What influenced the judge's decision to deny bail initially? The court pointed to past allegations of domestic violence, some supported by video footage, as well as testimonies from former partners who described troubling behavior. This history led the judge to determine that Diddy could pose a risk to the public. New motion for bail. Recently, Diddy's legal team filed a fresh motion asking the court to release him before his October 3rd sentencing. They've proposed a massive $50 million bail package backed by his Miami mansion and have offered additional safeguards like limited travel, electronic monitoring, and regular check-ins with federal authorities. His defense team is also open to more restrictions, including home confinement and mandatory treatment programs, as part of his supervised release. They argue these conditions are enough to ensure community safety and court compliance. Defense strategy and legal challenges. According to Diddy's lawyers, this case isn't your typical Mann Act prosecution. They claim that the conduct in question was entirely consensual and argue that Diddy himself didn't engage in illegal acts with the individuals involved. Their argument centers on distinguishing Diddy's case from past cases involving force or coercion. They also say the current bail conditions are excessive given the sentencing guidelines. They've pointed out that most people in similar legal situations are not held behind bars before sentencing, especially if they've already served time during the trial process. They're also highlighting the harsh realities of the facility where Diddy is currently being held. His lawyers describe the Brooklyn Detention Center as notorious for poor conditions, arguing that remaining there for months is both unnecessary and punitive. Prosecutors push back. On the other side, prosecutors aren't budging. They continue to argue that Diddy presents a serious threat to others, citing repeated patterns of violence in his past. They maintain that his wealth and celebrity status shouldn't grant him special treatment. They also fear that if released, he could use his influence to interfere with the sentencing process, or worse, retaliate against people involved in the case. To them, public safety is paramount, and they believe the current detention is justified. This case has sparked a broader conversation about justice, celebrity, and whether the system treats high-profile defendants differently. Some commentators have questioned whether denying bail in a nonviolent conviction is fair, especially when alternatives like house arrest or travel bans are available. There's also been criticism of how outdated laws like the Mann Act are being applied in modern cases. Diddy's legal team has gone so far as to argue that the law has a discriminatory history and that this prosecution could be seen as an example of selective enforcement. Meanwhile, fans and critics alike are debating what this means for Diddy's legacy. Some believe he could bounce back with a rebrand or redemption arc, while others think this marks the end of his long-standing influence in the entertainment world. What's next? As of now, Diddy remains in federal custody, awaiting word on whether his bail motion will be accepted. The final sentencing is just weeks away, scheduled for early October. Between now and then, anything can happen. If the judge approves the motion, it could reshape how other celebrities approach their own legal battles. If it's denied, Diddy will remain behind bars until sentencing, and potentially much longer after that. Closing thoughts. Thanks for tuning in to Stars and Settlements. This case is more than just celebrity gossip. It's about power, justice, and the complicated way the legal system treats fame. Do you think Diddy should be granted bail before sentencing? Or is jail the right place for him right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth legal breakdowns of the stories that dominate the headlines. We'll keep you updated every step of the way. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.